Hi, welcome, Emma Hill here. Today I've come to show you my new painting, which is called Winter's Golden Hour. And it's also, very pleased to say, been accepted into a new exhibition called Winter, and which is really exciting. And it's going to be in the new year. And I'm also pleased because I did try and make this picture especially for that exhibition. Now, the interesting thing for myself was to explore a theme I wouldn't necessarily have gone for by myself. So while I was thinking about winter, what it means to me, it was very much about my heritage in Norway, and when I go and visit my parents who live in Oslo, and very much when we would go sometimes skiing there or up in the mountains, or also to go and watch the sunset over the Oslo fjord with all the ice and the snow towards the beach. So where I initially thought I was going to go towards the woods, and I was thinking about the trees, yet again, more trees, I never actually went anywhere with that. Instead, now when I look at this painting, I see it very much as by the sea. And interestingly, they live just by a harbour. So right here, I can, I see there's a small, this just reminds me of a little sailboat in the sea and just out on its own, but just, I'm sort of guided towards the right way with this. And then what I like about this picture then is it is quite different to my usual work, as it's very much more subtle. And I very much like how the colours, although opposite, have worked together. So although it's cool and cold like winter, there's also the warmth of the sun. So I've tried to limit my colour palette, which is something very new for me, because normally I just fling it all out. I use every colour under the sun. This time I'm trying to be a bit more subtle, a bit more reserved, and look a bit more on different techniques of layering to get that feeling of energy, of calm, of how winter feels for me, I guess. So what do we have then? So we've got a swipe across here, probably a bit which went wrong and then I didn't like it. So there's lots of elements of moving through the journey of the picture where I get through disasters, it goes wrong, and then I have to build up, and it's like a conversation back and forth really. So here's the swipe. Then here was a bit different. So normally I would load up the paintbrush and then bring it through. But this time there was so much paint, I just used a paintbrush that had nothing on it. And it's got this lovely sort of feel because it cuts into the paint that was there from the swipe, and you've got the layers underneath. So what I like very much within this picture then is the elements of difference. So the difference isn't so much in the colour, although it is in the value of the light and the dark. It's quite a lot in the texture. So like I said, the swipes. There's also deep cut pencil marks that go through the thickness of the paint. There's scribbles, there's the dots, there's the drips obviously, and there's very fine brush stroke, which is up here. And then the scraping away, which brings that sort of raw energy and element of taking away. And of course the zigzag. And what's also different, which I've never used before, is this element of organic geometrical shapes within here, which also is a bit different in the way that the colours sort of mould into each other. So I quite like this bit, which ironically is the bit I really didn't like. It went really badly wrong. So as a whole, I'm really pleased with how it's gone. Is there much left of the original painting? No, it's just this bit here, and I think here maybe all the rest of it. It's got, oh, and here. and the rest has been painted over. But I kind of think about that. Is it why, partly I think, shouldn't I be getting better that I can just do it right first time? But I also realise that it's part of a journey to get to where I need to be or finding my way. And it's about taking risks, trying new things. And, well, I'm happy. Luckily I've turned it round. So that's great news for myself anyway. So what next then? Well, I'm looking forward to, I kind of feel like I'm on a transition. Like I want to move forward, but in a different way. I like the geometrical way. I like there's still very much of what I have had in the past in this one, but there's more space to breathe. And I very much like that too. So I'm still thinking of trees and the woods. Will that happen? I don't know. We'll see. But the beauty with my painting is it's very much about the feeling, how it feels. It's not so much the thought. So whenever I have an idea, it's always the opposite that comes out. So it's just a starting point, and it's very much about the movement and the energy of working through it. Anyway, that's all I've got today, and I look forward to see you next time. Thank you for listening. Bye.